for the most part, San Diego lives up to the hype. We have gorgeous weather, we have beautiful beaches, we have like resort style living, and it's very family friendly, but there are some things here that you try them out or you get told, oh, you gotta do this, or you gotta try that when you're in San Diego.
But they don't all live up to the hype.
They don't. Don't just take our word for it. These are our most overrated things about San Diego.
Okay, the first one of the most overrated thing, this is actually my most overrated item on our list, is the San Diego County Fair, which is located in Del Mar. It goes on for about a month in the summertime. I hate the San Diego County Fair.
He hates it, guys.
I talk about this ad nauseum. First of all, it's very, very expensive. It used to be cheaper like, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's probably half the price it is now.
Yeah.
The rides cost a fortune. The games stink for the kids, and they cost like $35 to win a little like doll.
And everything is priced individually. So it's like tickets to get in, parking, rides, food, everything is gonna cost you something.
I think we spent $250 at the San Diego County Fair last past year. And I was like, what?
Easily.
So that's for a family of 4. But still, that was a lot of money to spend at a fair.
A fair.
Which usually, like when I was growing up, fairs were like the least expensive thing to go do in the area.
Right.
Not the San Diego.
This is not Legoland. This is not SeaWorld. These are not rides like that. I know that the prices have been steadily increasing because I've been following along on like Nextdoor
You've been
and
keeping
stuff.
track?
I've been keeping track, and everybody was outraged. I personally didn't experience this, but like a $40 pizza or something.
It was $50 pizza.
$50 pizza.
For a pizza.
Not
It's not very good.
No. It's Carnival pizza.
Yeah.
And then not only that, I would say that the fair for that entire month mucks up the traffic along the 5 and the 101. Oh my goodness, it is backed up and it causes traffic to just
For a whole month.
for an entire month.
But they do have good funnel cake.
Great. There you go. Worth it. I'll find you better funnel cake.
Right.
Number 2, I hate to say this, but the Padres. I think the Padres.
I didn't put this one on the list.
I did. This is me. And I love the Padres. I love the ballpark. I love Petco Park is great. It is really fun. They did an excellent job there. But I'd say the team themselves are a bit overrated and have been for the past couple years.
Couple years, like 30 years.
Okay. Yes, I'm talking in more recent years as far as our players. We've had a little bit of that scandal with Tatis, with whatever his
He's had some issues.
medicine or his vitamin options were, his boost. The injury that he got during the offseason, which I think is really irresponsible as a huge staple player for a franchise. You just can't be acting a fool like that. And I just don't think there's a ton of cohesion. I know that there's been some fighting in the dugout, the clubhouse, amongst the players.
Not a lot of chemistry between
There's not a ton of chemistry. I just think this particular team is a little bit overrated.
But the stadium is fantastic. It's one of my favorite places to go to for a sporting event, concert event, that sort of thing. So
and I hope they can turn it around. I'm not saying this is the end. I'm just saying they have some loyal fans and I feel badly for them.
She's also a big Phillies fan, as am I. So she's a
team's got a lot of chemistry.
Yes,
Sorry,
exactly.
those guys love each other. You can tell.
Number 3 on our list, which some people may disagree with us. A lot of people will disagree with a lot of things on our list, but the holidays at the beach here in San Diego. In theory, it sounds like a great idea, going to celebrate the 4th of July, end of school,
Memorial Day, Labor Day.
All the holidays. Yeah. But as you can imagine, there'll be very popular spots during these times, and it can get super crazy crowded. Parking stinks, that you know how much I like to talk about parking, and it just can be a kind of a nightmare to do it. I mean, we always try to go on off days or regular weekends when they're not as crowded. You can get a parking spot easy, especially when you're lugging your kids' stuff.
You want to
something else.
Yeah.
But yes, there's stuff from the car to the beach.
And I think it's also on my overrated list because if you're not a local here and you're coming from out of town, first of all, you do have some tourists that act up at those. I mean, people are drinking, they're out on boats. That's when you end up with these like boat accidents, jet ski accidents.
My brother-in-law just broke his leg trying to get on a
That was
jet ski.
not that was in Mexico. That was not here.
Yeah.
But I also think they jack up the rates for your hotel, for your Airbnb when you're staying at one of these, peak holiday times. So it does sound enticing to like, 4th of July at the beach, or it's Labor Day, you got to do a beach day. Those are like the last times that I would do beach. That would be.
Christmas at the beach isn't too bad. I mean, granted, it could be a little chillier, but it's actually it's crazy.
Yeah, that's not top of people's list. I love Christmas at the beach, New Year's Day at the beach.
You're probably not going in the water as much, most likely.
Right.
But you're
you could
you're on the
still get
beach
some
and
sunshine, some nice weather, and it's not overly crowded. Yeah. Next is also kind of controversial because we have filmed at this location because we had to show it off. Morning Glory Restaurant in Little Italy. You've seen it if you've lived here long enough. Somebody's posting about it. They went
from out of town. Like we gotta go try. Sorry.
The restaurant is beautifully designed. It's very Instagrammable. They have these famous souffle pancakes that everybody wants to get and take pictures of.
Pretty good.
They are good, but you can get. There's other places that do stuff like that, and they don't take reservations. It gets slammed like every day of the week. I feel like it is busy.
If you on a Tuesday, I feel like it's probably the prime day. Tuesday at 6 a.m., you can pretty much get a table.
Take a day off of work so that you can go have your souffle pancakes. I just think it's overhyped a little bit. It's always busy. There's like a 2-hour wait. And the way it's set up, as gorgeous as it is, they've got people literally waiting for their tables right where people are eating. So you have this like outdoor eat up sort of bar area, and you have the people that are waiting. Oh, just watching.
Courtney enjoys her space.
This woman's had 2 mimosas.
Courtney had 4, so I'm counting.
I'm saying, and the people are kind of standing over you watching. I don't know, guys. I think it's a little bit overrated.
For sure. All right, another food-related item on our overrated list here, San Diego, is the Julian Apple Pie, which you actually wanted to add to this list.
I did. So we have Julian, which is about an hour north and east, a little mountain town, and they've got this restaurant called the Julian Apple Pie.
Julian very Pie cute Company. Little town, though.
I love going to Julian. I'm a huge Julian fan. Julian is not overrated. I'm just saying the pie. It's very expensive. These pies are between $25 and $35 a pie. And they are predominantly known for apple pie. Sure. And there is a line out the door during apple picking season in the autumn months. People are waiting.
The traffic gets all backed up in there.
The line is out the door.
Kill for a Julian apple
Exactly. Pie. People will drive an hour just to get the pies and then drive home.
And they do. I mean, you do see Julian apple pies sold at grocery stores.
That's my other issue. Yeah. They cost even more when you can get them at the grocery store here, and they cost even more than if you are to buy them, I believe, because they're shipped down here. So there's a markup. I mean, bottom line is it's good pie, but it's still just apple pie.
Are you a pie person in general?
I do like pie. Okay. I love apple pie, but I bet if you bought some other pie
and you did a
and you just put it in like a Julian apple pie box,
know the difference.
Nobody would be the wiser.
Okay.
All right, number 6 on the list. This one gets me kind of fired up.
I think these are all getting you all fired up on it.
I've been writing this list and I was just getting more and more. I'm like, this is
exclamation points and all the
overhyped
in bold letters.
Yeah, I was bolding everything. Is George's at the Cove, which is this sort of staple restaurant in La Jolla.
Spot. Yes.
And you can see it in our La Jolla video. We actually went there. We had some lunch and some drinks. It's beautiful. It's got an ocean view. I'm not knocking that. The food and the drinks are good. We know that. What I find overrated is the fact that they are now charging a premium seating package fee, where if you want to be seated right up next to the plexiglass barrier that has the most unobstructed view, for lunchtime hours, it's $150 non-refundable fee. Non-refundable. So that goes towards your food and drinks, but you better be, buying that much.
Oh, it's pretty easy to spend that much money.
It is. And for the dinner hour, it's a $300 non-refundable fee. And, you book that ahead of time. You pay that ahead of time.
Sure. But there actually is a $50 fee that goes just for the table.
Yes, just for the table.
So $50 just to sit at a table at a restaurant.
Yes.
That does not go toward your bill.
No, it does not. I just think there are so many beautiful restaurants here with ocean views that do not charge a premium table fee. I don't know what happened.
The Marine Room has a great view. Pacific Coast Grill.
Poseidon. Poseidon is one of my favorites. Jake's Poseidon, the Chart House. Downtown, you could go to,
from the waterfront.
Right on the waterfront. Yeah, Shelter Island has a ton.
So there are other options that you do not have to pay a fee for.
You don't.
Unlike George's at the Cove.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7 on our list of overrated things to do here in San Diego is the Gaslamp Quarter. So Gaslamp, if you're a resident here of San Diego, actually when I first visited San Diego, we would go to the Gaslamp probably quite a bit. So it's more of a touristy spot. If you're living here in San Diego, you're probably not likely to spend a whole lot of time, unless you're maybe on the younger side, unlike us. Yes. Old people, like over 30, really.
Yeah, I mean, there are still some destination spots or restaurant specialty stuff, you know, if you're going to listen to live music or a very particular restaurant. But otherwise, I don't think I would just go down there and wander around on a Friday.
If you went to like a Padre game and then after a Padre game, sometimes you'll walk out into the Gaslamp, just get a a nightcap or something like that. So that's a fun thing to do.
It gets very busy. It gets very crowded. You pay a premium for your drinks and your food, and that doesn't guarantee that all your drinks and food are going to be delicious perfection. So just keep that in mind.
They are talking about closing down a portion of it. Was it 5th Street? I forget what the area is. So it's going to be a more pedestrian-friendly area, which could make it more fun.
Yeah, I already think it's pretty pedestrian-friendly. But I see what they mean. I mean, actually closing off the cars.
So cars won't come through it.
Or the street. Closing off the street to cars, not closing off the cars.
No, that would be weird.
That doesn't make any sense.
So number 8 on our list is one that some people may agree with, some people may not, is the months of May and June here in San Diego. So a lot of people call it May Gray and June Gloom. There's also some other months that people have been adding to this called
I don't like this.
Grapril, like gray April. And then what's July?
July no sky.
July no sky. So lately, at least the last couple of years, we get this marine layer that comes in, mostly in May and June, but it has sprinkled into other months along the way. And a lot of people will expect to come to San Diego. This is beautiful weather. I had friends come in April last year and like, oh, this is going to be great. We'll go to the ocean. And it's just kind of gray and overcast for about 1 to 2 months.
Yeah, and that's generous because you're right. Sometimes it does trickle into July as well. So it's, peak tourist time. Everybody's out of school. You think you're going to beautiful sunny San Diego and you get here and it's probably not.
Yeah, the best months weather-wise are probably mid-July till like October, really. So that's almost like our summertime, which is actually great because we don't have as many tourists in here. So if you go to the beach in September, October, it's actually fantastic.
Yep, you're right. Number 9 on this list, and I love this place, but I'm making this is a very specific. This is Mother's Day at the flower fields in Carlsbad. The flower fields are amazing. It is. And the flower fields are these gorgeous, they are ranunculus flowers, which are these beautiful multicolored blooming flowers. And we just have, there's this huge field of them sort of not on a hillside overlooking the ocean. I mean, it doesn't get more beautiful than that.
I mean, it is a beautiful spot.
It's gorgeous. They take you out on a tractor and you go all the way around and you get every different angle of all these different beautiful flowers of all different colors. And then they have all these other, cultivated gardens with other flowers. They have birds. They have like birds in big cages, like beautiful birds. They have big birds. They have a children's garden area, children's playground area. They have snacks and food, and it's a really lovely day out. But if you go on Mother's Day, half of San Diego has the same idea, and they're all there. Kids and their moms are all there to see the flowers as well and take a bazillion pictures, and it's just so busy. That whole Mother's Day weekend, it's really, really busy. There's better times to go. That day is just, I know it sounds like a good idea, but
and the flower fields are only here for a couple months.
The flower fields are only in bloom from
March through May?
Through the end of April, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mother's Day
is in May. You're right. So it must be through May.
Yeah. So that was our list of the most overrated items here in San Diego. I also put this out to our Facebook group to see what people thought about what their most
you did that.
overrated items in here. So I'm just going to go through this quickly. A few things that people said. And again, these are just other people's view. We don't agree with all of these things. Philip has said the zoo with its narrow walkways and annoying buses. I don't think the buses have ever really annoyed me.
Buses serve a purpose there. Those are the double-decker buses that take people on an overview tour of the zoo. The zoo is huge, so it's kind of nice to have those buses.
Anya says most restaurants that overpriced, overhyped, and are just meh.
Yeah, I would say you could find some of those in Gaslamp.
But there's a lot of great restaurants that are also affordable too.
Yeah.
Kathy mentions the flower field in Carlsbad. This guy says politicians continually corrupt. That doesn't happen anywhere in the country, I'm sure. Cowles Mountain, a hiking trail.
Oh, I've never hiked Cowles Mountain. I would love to know about that. I wonder why they think it's overhyped.
Sergio says Miguel's, the taco stand, and Jake's Del Mar.
Ah, okay.
I'm more of a fan of Poseidon compared to Jake's, but yes.
See, I tried not to really touch any specific restaurants with the exception of those two, because people are so divided on some of those things, you know.
I actually like the taco stand.
I like the taco
Miguel's,
stand
I don't
too.
think is great.
Yeah.
But Humphreys by the Bay, it's a great concept. This is a concert venue on Shelter Island, but the seats are uncomfortable and so close together.
I love concerts at Humphreys by the Bay, but maybe I have.
You're probably standing and dancing.
A couple of times I've been standing, and a couple of times I have been seated. This person is correct, actually. Those seats are really close together. Okay. It's hard to get up and move around, but I saw Gypsy Kings there.
Sure.
And it was amazing. And that was a seated concert.
Okay, a couple others. Old Town, San Diego. I actually like Old Town. I think it's a very charming, cute little, we don't go there a lot, but we go once a year maybe for dinner or something like
touristy.
that. I mean, it's definitely touristy.
Yeah.
These days, the weather, that guy's talking about May Gray, Grape Roll. This is where first time I've heard Grape Roll before.
Yeah.
The cost of gas, Padres by a long shot, you mentioned that.
Wow.
Hash House a Go-Go, waited in line forever and food was mediocre. I've never been.
No, I haven't either.
December nights, way too crowded in Balboa Park, which I like the idea of December nights, but I heard people went this past year and it was like a nightmare.
We could yes, I heard the exact same thing. I heard the traffic was crazy. There was no parking. People waited for like an hour just to get in to drop someone off. And it has kind of morphed into a little bit of just food trucks, less sort of holiday, festivities, and more just food trucks lining the streets.
Which is really worth going just for food trucks.
Right, and waiting for an hour. That was a good suggestion.
Just a couple other ones. This guy mentioned San Diego Fair. The weather, he's talking about great June gloom and May Gray.
Yeah.
The beaches, the water is always cold and sand gets everywhere and it's super annoying to clean. I mean, sand.
That's just the beach.
You're going to the beach, right? I feel like that one's pretty obvious. And potato chip rock. Some people disagree with that.
Oh, that's a great one. Potato chip rock is a very popular
over by Lake Poway
spot in Poway that people hike all the way up to because it gives you this really great photo op because it's this giant rock that hangs out over
like a potato chip.
Like a potato chip. And people get up there and take a picture. It looks like they're literally sitting on the edge of the world.
Yep.
But I think people wait in a line to get up there and get their picture taken.
Right. And I thought about doing videos on different hikes, like favorite hikes in San Diego. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. And Courtney will do it by herself. Okay, so that was our list of most overrated things here in San Diego. Let us know in the comments below what the most overrated thing is here in San Diego. We'd love to hear what you think. And if this is your first time to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every week. And if you're ever looking to buy or sell in San Diego, for real San Diegans, we're happy to help.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and catch us next time.
Bye.